Okay, just for newbies and informational wise, so that everybody in groups and gets the same information. There are going to be some life changes going on for me in the next 6 months to a year. I am going to be losing my place to live because my roommate has to bring his parents up here. They are getting elderly and ill and need to be taken care of. I am starting a product line that is going to be going into Michigan gift shops. We are also working on getting it into another location, which I'm not going to jinx by saying anything directly about it, other than if it does happen and goes off very well, and you can purchase my artwork through this outlet, it will fund the motorhome. And I will be going hopefully full time in the motorhome within the next 6 months. What that means is I'm going to have to change the way I do business for the Auroras. I will maintain our YouTube page. This YouTube page, I will put out forecasts whenever there is a large enough storm. I know that we're going to see something. When we have the weather that is accurate, that we're going to see something somewhere, and we don't have smoke or, something that's going to interfere with that ability to see the auroras. The benefit to liking and subscribing is that it will email you whenever I put out a forecast. So if you're a subscriber, it's going to let you know that I just put out a video, and then you can just go and watch it. You don't have to sit on this channel every day and come back and check it every day. You'll just get an email and you can go watch the video. I'm kind of an oddball. I don't subscribe to the way they try and make everybody do social media. I really don't care if I have 500,000 followers. It's not what it's about. Don't care. If you follow me, you follow me. If you don't, you don't. If you want to know, you'll be here. If you don't want to know, you'll find somebody else. I will do my best for you if you want to be here. I'm not going to keep you coming back week after week to say a lot of useless malarkey just to keep you having something every week so you come here every week. I'm only going to say something when there is something to say. Because I don't want to waste your time by watching nonsense and useless things to say a lot of nothing, like some people do on their channels. Oh, big news! Look at this! Big news! And it's really nothing. I don't want to do that to you. I also don't want to waste my time because I've got a lot of things going on. If there's not something important going on, not going to say anything. Now, I may at some point develop my personal channel that's more of a follow me in the day of my life and see what I'm seeing when we get on the road in the motorhome. And some of you may enjoy just being able to see what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing as I do my travels. Don't mind my fur babies. The UPS man just showed up and they can't stop themselves from saying hello. All right. Other information for newbies. We have our groups, Wisconsin Aurora Hunters, and we have Michigan Aurora Hunters. These are strictly for residents of Michigan and Wisconsin. These groups are designed for you to be able to meet neighbors, local people that you might meet in the dark, so that you get to know each other and that you're not in some overwhelmingly large group that has people from all over the world to where you can't get to know people. You need to utilize these groups so that you're having conversations with people that are close to you, so that you can get to know people that you're going to meet in the dark and feel safe. Oh, I talked to Debbie so and so and I know her. I can feel safe talking to her in the dark. Oh, I met Steve so and so. He's a cool guy online. I feel pretty safe talking to him in the dark. Oh, that's so and so and he drives such and such and hey, I can't get my car started. He's in the parking lot. I know I can go to him to help get my car started. 60% of the people in these groups are women. We need a safe way to get to know each other, and that's what these groups are for. Because women innately don't feel safe at night. They don't feel safe traveling alone. And the design of these groups being residents only is so that you can get to know each other. And if you're not in these groups talking to each other, then you're not being safe. Then you're not meeting the people that you need to know before you get out in the dark. You're not making friends so that you have people to turn to if there's an emergency. So utilize your regional groups. If Minnesota wants one, they can say something. I will make a Minnesota one, and I need a helper in Minnesota. Wisconsin. Your helper is Rebecca Wright. Tiffany Wright is in Michigan. Rebecca is Wisconsin's helper. So Wisconsin, Rebecca is your helper. She's up in Door County. She does a marvelous little job. She's a fabulous little girl. And she works with several different dark sky organizations. She's a very helpful person to know. And Tiffany Wright is our moderator in Michigan Aurora Hunters. She does a bang up job. So does J.R. Goulet and a couple of other helpers that we have here as moderators in Michigan Aurora Hunters that help moderate this group and answer questions when I can't be here. Now, we also have North American Dark Skies group. This group is not just about auroras. This is for astrophotography, and your expert in astrophotography is PJ Oldies. So if you have astrophotography questions, you want to find PJ Oldies. He is our expert in telescopes and astrophotography, and he will talk to you all day long about that kind of stuff. And he does a marvelous job. He's actually down in Australia. Up till now, I have not found any experts in Michigan that I had run into, and I had run into PJ and had several very good conversations with him and invited him just to be our expert, but also to be our ambassador from down south, because we have opposite seasons. And I know a lot of you haven't thought of this, but when we have winter, Australia and New Zealand has warm weather. So when, rather than go freeze your Tamakawak off in Iceland, you have the option of going to Australia and New Zealand, getting some really fabulous different land formations down there in the south to see auroras, and they get some pretty fabulous auroras down there. And they have opposite seasons. So if you don't like cold weather, their winter is our summer, our summer, and our winter is their summer. Just saying, it's a different option that nobody thinks about. Now, we also have our main page. You will find this. Oh, let's see if I can get to my main page right here. It comes up as Michigan Aurora Hunters page because it's just the way they worded it. It is North American Dark Skies and Michigan Aurora Hunters. You will see a toolbar with a Coast Guard ship and the Mackinac Bridge on it. You will see our logo right here. This, when I go live, is where all live broadcasts will be from. You want to bookmark this page and know where to go. Because I post here, it feeds to all the different groups. So everything that appears here appears in the groups. This way I don't have to post it 50 million times. I post once, it then feeds into all the groups. The page is open to everyone and anyone. We don't have membership here. It isn't blocked. Anybody can read it. So, be careful, what you post here. Groups are moderated. So we are very careful what we let into those groups. We're careful to check who we are letting into the groups. The only North American Dark Skies does have, the group North American Dark Skies does have presence from Australia and New Zealand. They are invited in because we had our sister groups in Australia that were thinking about coming to North America. And it got me thinking that we might have an exchange program we can do between our sister groups down south and our groups, that you can make friends and be able to do exchanges where they come up here and visit you, you go down and visit them, and you get some sort of an exchange going on between the groups and between Aurora hunters that would be beneficial to both groups. So I have invited people from Australia and New Zealand to be here in that particular group. Wisconsin and Minnesota or Michigan are just solely state residents only. For newbies, the page you want to bookmark and put on your cell phone is Space Weather Prediction Center. This is straight from NOAA. And it has your predictions. It tells you what the KP is going to be. It has our ACE Mag. And this tells us, oh, wow, they're compressing that. They're expecting some big number. Oh, that's why. Okay, we're starting to get some big numbers here in polarity. So they have started dropping and adjusting our feed ahead of the storm. So everyone beware here. They have changed their numbers. 400 is down here at the bottom. We are now up and have hit over 600 kilometers per second. Our density is well over 10. And we are at a negative 20 something here. 20, 30, almost to a 40, negative 40 here. So we have hit impact. We are probably hitting the first shock wave early. Remember what I said about the jinx? We just hit it. We are well jinxed. We are hitting the first impact well before they're expecting it. We are well jinxed. So this is the page you want to watch. And that is the page you want to bookmark. All right, I'm going to leave it there.